Once upon a time, in a quiet little village surrounded by green fields and dusty roads, lived an old man named Ravi and his young grandson, Arjun. They owned a small donkey, their only means of transport and help in carrying goods to the market. One bright morning, Ravi said to his grandson, "Come, Arjun, we have to go to the next town to sell our grains." So the two packed their sacks and set off with the donkey. The donkey was gentle but old, and the road was long. As they walked, people from the village saw them and began to whisper. One man shouted, "Look at these fools. They have a donkey and still walk on foot. What's the use of the animal if they don't ride it?" Hearing this, Arjun felt embarrassed. He whispered, "Grandpa, maybe I should ride the donkey." Ravi smiled kindly and said, "All right, my child. Go ahead, let them talk." And so, Arjun climbed on the donkey's back while Ravi walked beside them under the scorching sun. But as they passed the next village, another group of people saw them and began to mock loudly. "Shame on this boy. He rides comfortably while the old man walks. Where are the manners these days?" Hearing this, Arjun's cheeks turned red. He quickly got down and said, "Grandpa, please ride, I'll walk." Ravi chuckled softly and replied, "As you wish, my boy." He climbed onto the donkey and they continued. But soon, at the next stop, a group of women fetching water from a well saw them and began to gossip. "What a cruel man," one said. "He rides while his young grandson walks under the hot sun." Ravi stopped the donkey. He sighed, looked at Arjun and said, "My child, it seems whatever we do, people will talk. But let's try one more way." This time, Ravi lifted Arjun onto the donkey again and sat behind him. Together, they rode through the next village. For a moment, they felt relieved. Surely no one would criticize this arrangement. But as fate would have it, laughter erupted from the roadside again. A farmer shouted, "Look at these cruel people, both riding one poor donkey. Can't they see it struggling?" An old woman clapped her hands and said, "Poor animal. They'll kill it before reaching town." Embarrassed, Ravi and Arjun quickly got down. The donkey brayed softly as if relieved. Arjun looked up at his grandfather and said, "Grandpa, no matter what we do, people always find something wrong." Ravi nodded slowly. "You're right, my boy, but maybe there's one last thing we can try." And then, in a moment of desperate humor or exhaustion, they decided to carry the donkey. They tied its legs to a long pole, lifted it between them, and started walking toward the bridge. The villagers who saw them burst into laughter. "Ha, look at these two fools. They're carrying a donkey instead of riding it." Children ran behind them, clapping and laughing loudly. Ravi and Arjun struggled to balance the heavy animal, sweat pouring down their faces. When they reached the narrow bridge, the donkey panicked. It kicked wildly, broke free, and fell into the river below. Arjun cried out, "Grandpa, our donkey!" They rushed to the edge, but it was too late. The donkey had drowned. Ravi put his hand on the boy's shoulder. His eyes were tired but calm. "My son," he said softly, "let this be your greatest lesson today." They sat silently on the bridge, watching the river carry away their loss. Arjun's eyes filled with tears. "Grandpa, I only wanted to do the right thing here, but no matter what we did, everyone mocked us." Ravi smiled faintly. "Yes, Arjun, that's because people will always have something to say. You can't please everyone in life. If you live by their words, you'll lose your peace, and perhaps even what you love most." He looked at the flowing river and continued, "Being right doesn't mean being wise. Wisdom is knowing when to listen, what to ignore, and how to stay calm even when others don't understand you." Arjun listened quietly. "So, Grandpa, what should I do from now on?" Ravi replied gently, "Do what feels right to your heart, not to their eyes. You don't need the world's approval to live a meaningful life." As they walked back home, the path felt heavier without the donkey, but Arjun felt lighter inside. He had understood something far greater, that peace of mind is more valuable than people's opinions. Years passed. Arjun grew into a wise man, calm, thoughtful, and respected in his village. People often came to him for advice, and he always remembered his grandfather's lesson. One day, a young man came to him, troubled. "Sir," he said, "I try to make everyone happy, but no matter what I do, people criticize me." "I'm tired," Arjun smiled, offering him water. "My dear, let me tell you a story about a boy, his grandfather, and a donkey." As he finished the tale, the young man sat silently for a moment and then said, "So, you mean I shouldn't try to please everyone?" Arjun nodded. his eyes warm and wise. Exactly. If you spend your life trying to be right in everyone's eyes, you'll lose yourself. Be wise instead. Choose peace over pride, understanding over argument, and purpose over approval. The young man smiled, tears in his eyes. Thank you, sir, I understand now. Arjun looked at the sunset and whispered to himself, Grandpa was right. Wisdom shines brightest when you stop fighting to prove yourself. And from that day on, the story of the donkey became the village's most told tale, a reminder that being wise is greater than being right.